Hi vlog. I'm editing this and I realized that I accidentally cut my face out half the time, so don't mind that. So basically, hello, hi, how are you? It's so insane how things work. I want to come on here, I want to talk for a moment about a couple of things because it's on my heart and it's on my mind. So I often struggle, hold on, let me turn my music down. So I often struggle with the idea of being alone. Like, I always think that, like, if I don't have a significant other, then I'm not good. And I know that I don't need a significant other. It just makes life better knowing that you're loved and, like, wanted by a person. But, like, I can't handle being alone. Not even, like, from my own friends. Like, currently, I feel so alone. So incredibly alone. And it's not pretty. And, like, I know that being by yourself is, like, the most beautiful thing, but it sucks. Because, yes, I know that I'm not alone. I know that my friends are my friends. And I know that, like, just because they're not here right now or, like, we're not all together right now, like, it's fine. But I constantly am missing my friends. They're, like, my family, you know? And, like, I have these friends that live states away, and when they leave, it's so hard. And when they come back, it's so good. And, like, my neighbor across the street, when she's not home, it makes me feel so, like, I can't just, like, walk over whenever because you're not home to, like, answer. I just feel alone. And, like, being homeschooled and not having that constant human interaction and then coming home and having to, like not having human interaction publicly all the time puts such a toll on you as a person because my friends get home and they're all exhausted and I'm so ready to, like, function and they don't want to. And, like, I want to talk and they don't want to talk, which is okay. It just sucks a little, but no. I just miss my friends. I miss my family. I miss the times that were simpler when everybody would sit around and we'd all talk and we'd all constantly be around each other. I hate that everybody's busy doing their own lives and they're all focused on themselves and I'm stuck here by myself, so focused on what things used to be like because I have no other way to focus on myself and my future because I don't know what that looks like. It just scares me a little. But I just, like, I don't know. And, like, my friends always, like, one of my friends always tells me that it's lame that I'm in my house by myself all the time, or, like, that I don't have a life because I don't leave my house. But it's not lame, and I do have a life. My life is different than a lot of people's, but my life consists of the things that make me happy and that fill me with joy. And that's all that matters. Like, I don't have to go out of my way to prove that I have a life just to be more exciting to somebody else. If you don't find my life exciting, then don't even take a look at my life. I don't want you to look at my life if you're not even going to appreciate it. My life is this. This is my life. It's full of so many beautiful things. It's full of so much. And as a human, if you're not going to appreciate me and the little things, then you don't get to do anything. I don't know. I know that things won't feel like this forever, and I know that things will be different at some point. I just can't help but wish for more. Because I know that I'm capable of so much more than I am showing right now. And that kind of hurts a little. It kind of sucks. Because I don't want to be a waste of potential. I want to be like a shooting star when my wish comes true, you know? Like the kind that like stay in the sky for a really long time, and then like when their purpose is done, they just slowly fade out so beautifully. I want to be that kind of star. I don't just want to be like a lost of space. A waste of space. Yeah, I don't want to be that. I don't want to live my life wishing for more, and then when I get to a point where I think I should be happy, wishing that I would have lived more. I try not to stay in my fears, and I try so hard to like not worry and just what? What? I had to look. I had to look. I'm looking. I don't know. I just don't know. This one's soft in the back. This one I know what you got. Oh, no, you're talking Switch to Philippines. It's like when he's on my sheet. I was just doing it. If it wasn't on Philippines, I wouldn't mind, but it was on my sheet, so I'm picky. So I need to match stuff like that. Cool. I have 3 colors. I have 3 colors. What I had? My heart tells me. I have 3 colors anyway. The James. The James.
Yeah, James. He's still there.
He's putting his phone back on. Was it
Oh, he's in his garage.
And then James is happy in the house, I guess. He's in the kitchen eating food.
He's in the last seat to his garage. That's the only.
No, I don't think so.
He's in the last seat to his garage again. He got a letter. Dan visiting. Johnson. James. St. Grandpa at PSC. I think you're at the park right next to Sandy. That. Like your mom's gonna come down at this park right next door.
Hello. Hey, what? That's out. But no. I don't even know what I was saying exactly, but I was basically just yapping about how I try so hard not to stay in my fears. And I try very hard to take in the moments that I have, because I know that they're not forever. And I really fear so much, like, being old and not having any good moments to look back on. Especially when I was in my prime. Like, this is, like, not my prime, but, like, this is, like, peak life. Like, I'm at the healthiest that I'm going to ever be. And I'm, like, I'm the most functional right now. And I just want to have good memories to back that. I don't know. I know I have a bright future. And I know that things will get better. They'll feel better. Like, I write poetry. And I feel things so... I'm gonna read you a poem. Like, I write poetry and I feel things so incredibly deep. People like to tell me that I'm too much. So I'm gonna read you a poem that I wrote about being too much and about my personality and stuff. It says, "It's not that I'm too much, it's just that you are too simple. If I am too much, does that mean white walls are better than colorful painted walls? Does a handshake hold more value than a hug? Do you think darkness is better than light? Is a blue sky better than a sunset or a sunrise? If I am too much, does that mean sidewalks belong unmarked by chalk, and fingernails belong unpainted with no pops of color and glitter? Do bubbles go forgotten because they never get the chance to be blown? Just because you are colorless doesn't mean you get to make my color less. A heart needs hope like hunger needs herd. I am a reflection of all the beautiful things I have learned to love, and all the devastation I have learned to forgive. That doesn't make me too much, that makes me full. You sit next to me and ask me to starve myself so you aren't the only weak one to be seen. I tell you that's unnecessary and you don't have to be so mean. Why would I want to starve my soul just because you aren't willing to feed yours? I am full of life while you are stuck being too simple, which simply leaves you empty." I wrote that poem because one of my friends told me that I was too much sometimes. Which, that's like my biggest insecurity, is being told that I'm too much, because I know that I have a really big personality. Obviously. I just like showing who I am with everything that I do. And sometimes that's too much for people to handle. And I think that's okay. Because I know that at some point I'm going to find people. And like, I've already met people that like add to my color. They make it pop more. It's like when you paint a painting and like it's so pretty. And then you put clear coat. And then it just makes everything better. Like, they are my clear coat. They make things more clean. They make the details more clean. They embrace the color. They make it pop. They soak their love into it. And then it just makes me... It makes everything better when you have people that support you. And that's why I write poetry, because poetry is such a good way to reflect my feelings and my thoughts without having to directly express them and explain them, because sometimes it's too much for people to handle, which is completely valid. Like, I totally get it. But yes, and I hope that when I'm older I'm still writing poetry, and I hope that when I'm older I don't feel like this anymore, but I know that when I'm older it will be easier to handle, and that if I feel like this, at least I know that there's hope, and at least I will know that my life is pretty good. Like, I know now that my life's pretty good, but I hope that by then I can embrace my life and who I am and what I'm meant to do more and, like, better. But yes, currently I feel alone, but it won't be forever, and that's okay. That's my TED Talk. I just wanted to record me yapping because, again, I don't have my friends around, so it's not like they can just listen to it currently. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. I'm going to stop recording now. Bye, vlog.